Jumping in week 1 here, hoping to kick off through the end zone. Rams offense has me a little worried because of the Oakland Raiders. But first play of the season, results in user pick with Whitehead. There's no turnover belts or chains in this team this year, but we're going to get that little blue emoji guy. You may have saw in the top right corner. You'll see that every time I get a rare.
Pretty nice aggressive run there before being
much cooler.
just inside of the 30.
I'm not going to talk the whole game because no one wants to hear me talk. And there's nothing to say, but I'll just sit back here and let you guys critique my decision making, see if I can take advantage of the short field.
Nice early burst, nice gain too.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have replayed the entire season before uploading any of this, so as much as I would like. So suggestions about changing my roster or this and that. The season has been decided already. I'm waiting to see if anyone likes it enough for me to do a second
just
season.
a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
As you see, Harris is wide open across the middle, but didn't see it, I guess, in the time. It's my first time watching all of this back. I'm about to see a bunch of stupid decisions I made in hindsight.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Here goes Jordy Nelson breaking out of moves. Nice juke to the left to completely kill him.
He'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That wraps up the opening drive.
Of good defenses,
the Raiders 2018.
Understanding the game, understanding positioning,
field goal.
And tackling immediately in the secondary after catches.
AJ McCarron holding the kick down, and he definitely takes on a bigger role this season.
The run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now the rookie from Tennessee, John Kelly. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Now it's Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 11 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He needed 2, he got 1.
Pick it back up here, 4th and 1.
Down at a yard.
Feeling like big punt territory, so I try to keep the guy
bigger
back.
Man on the other side of the line. A really nice
In
play
case
for
they
the
happen
defense.
to get sneaky.
Which
they do, but that just leads to the second appearance of Little Blue Emoji guy.
Picked off inside the 10, and a big turnover there as his negative yardage.
As you see, fast forward to the 3rd quarter, no score change. It's been a very boring game. 2 interceptions for Derek Carr.
Not only was the call spot on,
but
how about the execution of that defense?
this was the next event that I thought was worthy of sharing.
He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force
Dropping that punt off at the 1 yard line. You know what they say, punters win championships. I'm showing that here. What a beaut. Now's my chance to really take advantage, maybe get a safety, at least get them to get 3 and out.
They were able to get the
So I can get a short field.
Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
And Todd Gurley decides that he's just going to run for 9 yards instead, untouched.
He's at the 50.
Great
The
defense.
30. The 20.
Maybe the saying isn't punters win championships.
Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 99 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
See that? I don't even need to commentate. These commentators nailed it. 99-yard run, put Todd Gurley over 100 yards.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch.
I have nothing good to add.
He'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Start feeding my best player in the game here late in the game.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47.
Get more touches, 9 rushing attempts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second
for
and
the
8.
third quarter.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On play action, now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
Aaron Donald with
Like one of those guys.
Throwing on third. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's able to work it here.
Things aren't looking good here now that they're inside the 10-yard line. Going to add another field goal to go up 7 here.
Instead of throwing it downfield,
Which honestly, I'm shocked at this point. I kind of thought I'd be routed by the Rams, so need to be within the score here.
What you're counting on is your back to
Got
use
me
his legs
relatively
and his
optimistic
elusiveness
for the season.
to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his yardage here, back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As you can see, the next drive did not go well. 3rd and 20 already.
Catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the
Back
football,
my own
don't drop
15.
it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for
My first completion of the second half, honestly. Pretty
Really
rough
good
one for
pickup
Derek
of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to
offensive
go.
line just not getting it done.
Perfectly designed blitz
And the
right
tight
there. They
ends.
took that one from the grease board
Jared Cook
to the
doesn't like
field
to
because they were able to free
block,
up their
I guess.
linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, they go
There we
Lynch.
go. Bash the offensive line and they open right up.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Pretty good screen. Execute a little better after the reception. Could have got the end zone.
And mark him at the 5.
Looking good for a tie ball game coming up.
Yards.
But that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all the...
And he's in.
Just like that, Lynch got his first touchdown here in the Los Oakland Raiders. Tied with the Raiders.
And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run.
The offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Here's Goff now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off.
They didn't get tips, they hit someone in the face.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but
We got 3rd and 11. If I can stop him here, get the ball back, kind of milk the clock.
But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try
Get
to
out of
knock
there
one
with the
away,
win.
it's difficult because you can't
That's what I'm
reach out
thinking
and
at
grab him.
least.
That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make
Nowhere to go here.
And even better.
And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over with the football just outside of the 10.
Which brings out the emoji guy.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce
Should
the
go up
clock,
7 here. Almost
get in
start
position
first
to
and
win
goal
the
right
game,
away.
and leave no time for them to come back and catch them.
Only an idiot
And guess
wouldn't
what?
score a touchdown.
They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Figure out what to
Through
name
3
that little
quarters, no
blue
reason
dude.
to lighten up now.
Definitely got all the personality in the world, unlike me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he
As you
saw
can
the
tell, I
run
must have been
develop.
thinking about this
That
hard.
appeared to be
Took
a
me
case
forever.
of
That or
see
catch
ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game
halfback
thus
toss
far.
been
The crowd
working
getting
really
into
well all
it
game.
as we come up on a big 3rd down. The pitch out to Lynch.
And it continues to
And
work
take
well.
it into the end zone
Lynch
for
with 2
a
touchdowns.
Marshawn Lynch, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
I love Marshawn Lynch so much. That's a big reason why I ended up taking the Raiders out of the 5 or 6 terrible teams in the league. Getting to play with him was probably the deciding factor.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the
He likes doing
45
interviews
before
about us
going
much as I
out.
like
18 yards the game
overlaying
for
the
number
video with my
18.
voice.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to
Now
work.
magically the Rams can become unstoppable. Stopped them all game, but
Goff on first
they get into their
down.
2-4-minute offense. So
And
it's
that's caught left side. It's Woods.
can't slow them down at
Flashed the
all.
stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To the air again. Goff. And Woods
He's
has
calmly
it
showing his
complete.
awareness.
And he gets this one inside
Granted,
the
he's
15,
using
just
control,
a yard
so
or 2 shy of
more of
the
an indicator
10.
of my awareness. But at this point, I'm
So it's
thinking
Rams football
overtime.
here
I
as we
can't
get
stop
you
them
reset.
at all.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score
At
here.
this
on
point,
what
just
could
who's
be
going to
their
score
final drive.
on their team.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's
Van
got it
Hankins
complete.
almost got in there.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. So 5
Running
plays
ball.
on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is
If I
throw the
misplayed
football. If you
passes
wanna run it
earlier, I
now,
kind of
you
just
may
started
very
using
well
the
have
defensive
them
line
fooled.
so I could some pressure.
They'll
So I
look
didn't
to
mess
throw.
anything up.
And he's got
Not that it mattered, but they still
And he's
scored.
going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Brandon Cooks, one of the most underrated
Brandon
receivers in the
Cooks,
league.
his first touchdown as a member of the Rams. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here. Now Oakland ready to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket.
Could
for these
be a big win to steal one from the Rams.
To slow down the onslaught. But the biggest thing is make sure these guys.
I don't think it's unreasonable to think that if we can beat the Rams, we can beat anyone.
It's been a really tough ball game.
We being the lost Oakland Raiders.
It really has, especially as of late. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They like to pass, then hurry up, run.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
Worked a couple times in the game, not that
gain on the play.
Maybe
Now they're
stupid.
faced with a 3rd and 1.
Broken ribs for Tommy my team. That's the first of several broken ribs. If I recall correctly, that half my team goes down with broken ribs.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
But we trudge on. 3rd and 1, huge play of the game. So I'm letting the clock run down a little bit because if I didn't get it, I didn't want them to have very much time left with the ball.
As he's brought down at the 41.
Now I'm feeling good.
They only get 2 there.
Don't need too many more yards to get into Carlson's range.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there.
That's my touchdown play.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Now that I have within range for a field goal, I just need to get the ball back in the middle
from the 30.
Because I know I'm going to get iced. Just one less variable to worry about. And I ran it too far.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
All right, OT or
will be called, so they're in field goal range
2017
with
win
3 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all
The
rests
icing on
on
this
the
game
foot
is
of
actually
Daniel
pretty
Carlson. And a timeout comes in.
Well, it's far more
Whistle's
effective than it is in
blown
real
with
life.
3 seconds remaining. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. With 3 seconds to
All rest
go,
on Daniel
this
Carlson. Never want to hear that. But he pops it right down the middle. Can't be not in this reality.
And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flag.
All right, the wraps up week 1. Stuck out of there with the win. Next week, we're at Denver, and I'll be trying to get these videos out real quick.
Opening game. There's just nothing like
So hopefully, by the time you watch this,
crescendo.
it'll be multiple weeks out. Chances are there will be. I can't imagine us getting that many likes or views.
An entire season, we get into the playoffs,
nonetheless,
to the Super Bowl.
I
was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Raiders, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for